not precise because starting when I was young started to exist itself, right?
Yeah.
When we come with limited memories of our previous life, of what our soul knows. And as far as I learned to understand, it was 46% of knowledge I was reborn with. I found that out during my between life regression. When I was a child, I had loads of visions. I've seen spirits. I've seen different beings checking up on me or trying to just scare me simply. Um,
Okay.
so when I was a child, I was very strongly connected. Then because I've realized that I'm different, there were some things I knew, and like I just knew them. I knew them as a soul that have lived on lives before, and because of my spirit guides telling me things, I knew some things, but I saw that nobody understood that. And I kept on being repeated that it's just my imagination. So um, I have tried to be like everyone else and tell myself,
Right.
no, it's my imagination. So for many years of my life, I did not take it serious. Although I would see some things happening, and I would be like, this is weird, but I just leave it there. I wouldn't get into it.
Yeah.
Although 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I had a situation where somebody wanted to hit me, and that was a man. It was unprovoked anger. And as a little girl, I kept on praying that no man ever raise his hand on me.
Yeah.
Um, and there was a big being that just stood in front of me, in front of that person, and caused that person instead to harm themselves than me. And the person obviously got more upset and tried to throw things at me from short distance. Nothing have touched me physically.
Yeah.
And I felt this being right in front of me, humongous, at least 7 if not 8 feet tall, and and protect me. Then I started looking into a little bit more about spirits, ghosts, and one of my cousins, she read some tarot cards and she was into spirituality. We haven't been had much contact because of how our lives divert. But in the end of the day, I started researching loads of stuff. I started seeking people who would be able to maybe help me to find the answer, and just researching, looking, and realizing that opening myself back up to the other side of understanding things. And eventually I started to see more to it. Some of the things I thought I learned to think that um, were just my imaginations, they were actually very often proving me that it was my instinct very often, sometimes telling me that some things may happen, and sometimes um my instinct would get me to protect myself from some things that down the line actually would make sense. So I started researching, learning, reading, find out just to find out as much as possible to make some sense in my head.
Yeah.
um, yeah, to understand why is it like this? Where is it coming from? Why are we here? Why we have diverted to live different kind of a way? What is causing that? How can we fix it? How can I fix it for myself, starting from me? Because as the a saying goes, is when you want to change the world, start from yourself. So definitely, when you act differently, when you see things differently, when you heal some broken aspects to yourself, the reality start changing. We respond differently, energetically, and as a force response in physical world, which brings different kind of outcomes. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
very interesting, vast really topics that we could discuss if it comes to that, but it's absolutely amazing.
Do you do meditation, like the meditation like we have in Asia, or not the meditation you have in Western countries?
So I have been trying the breathing techniques if it comes to like the Hindu meditation. I haven't gone through those fully because somehow, some way, always my nostrils don't let me.
Okay.
I have to clean them well, really. But I have tried few different kind of ways, and as well when I was in Mauritius last year, I have met one guru that have gave me few tips on meditation. One of my colleagues that I have met in there have been meditating with him for quite some time. So we did practice some breathing techniques. We did practice, me and my friend, we meditated together. We felt each other's energies, emotions, and so on. Because when you know that you can meditate with someone whose energy is pure, it's not going to be attacking you in any kind of a way negative towards you, and the meditation can become much more powerful. So
yeah,
it's a beautiful experience. I actually tried those things, meditating with someone else, with my friends in different parts of the world. So let's say I will meditate with one of my friends that is in Jamaica, and I'll be meditating here. And very often when me and him would meditate, what would happen, I'll eventually fall asleep. But what's very funny is that we will envision the same things.
So do you do meditation online, or how you say?
No, we just say, okay, we're gonna have a chat, and let's say like me and you, and say, okay, so when we finish this chat, we give ourselves, let's say 5 minutes, and then we do meditation. So you meditate and you call upon my energy, and then I meditate, I call upon your energy. Energy is not material, so you can feel it like anytime, anywhere, and so on. Like even before myself, I sent healing energy to my friend that is a yoga teacher in India. He's one of his discs slipped, and even though I was physically in Ireland and he was physically in India, I sent him energy. And the next day he couldn't get up from the bed, and in 2 days' time he was like newborn. He could do things that he couldn't do for a month. He felt so refreshed, not only physically but mentally, emotionally. So you don't need to be physically somewhere. It's the intention that counts. It's the connection that counts. And then if you say to, like between two of you, you say to yourself, okay, in that 5 minutes after the conversation, we're going to do that. Then, the last check, you're ready, we go, and you go. And then, you can, connection might break. It can go different kind of ways. It all depending on the intention, the purity of energy, if you purify yourself and how things go. If you still have a monkey mind, unfortunately, things will work that way. But once you calm yourself down, once you can balance your energies, you find your chi and so on, there's no stopping.